Hey everybody in Frontline land, this is Dan for Comic Frontline, and we are going to do an unboxing today. I'd been talking to Chris. I actually was at a Toys R Us, and I saw they had the Captain America shield. Um, it runs around $100 over there. Actually, one of them must have been a return or something because the box was open. So I opened it, looked at this thing a little bit. Uh, I have a shield already. I forget which brand it was, but of course it's a comic representation, red, white, and blue. Uh, when I was looking at this one, which is actually made of plastic, the one at Toys R Us, uh, the former one that I had bought was metal. Um, it was good to have like a movie representation because I think the Captain America movies within my scope of the Marvel Cinematic Universe have been some of the best movies. Um, Probably the first Captain America being my favorite of the bunch, and probably ranking right under Avengers as far as where I see the Marvel movies ranking. Well, at any rate, I looked at this and I could see that, as with the toys that were lining the shelves at Toys R Us, the white part, which is actually silver in the movies, but when it's plastic, it seemed to be more gray. Um, And I think what they kind of do with photos of the shield that are on the box or even, online is that they have a very bright light hitting it so that the gray lightens up a lot and almost looks white. Um, but looking upon it at the store, I could tell that that gray was kind of gray, and unless I had a spotlight on it at home, it was going to come across as more like gray than white. So I wasn't really that into it. I had a coupon and everything, but still, I just said to myself, nah, I don't really need this. So I left the store. Um, Upon being on the web a little bit, I found out that they did put out a metal version. Um, same company, Mattel, put out actually, let's see, Hasbro put out a metal version, um, which that intrigued me. So I did a bit of research online. Those seemed to look very good. They ran quite a bit more, with the plastic one being about 100 and the metal ones being about 300, depending on where you looked. So shopped around, looked for the best price I could, and had to order one of those. So we will be unboxing this. Oops. Let me get this box here in the frame. It's kind of big. Okay. Uh, Avengers Legends, Captain America Shield, 75th anniversary. So this will be the metal shield. Uh, and still in the box. So we got to open up. Little box cutter, schnicked. All right. And I've seen some reviews on this. You know what? Reviews are kind of tough because if you go to a YouTube reviewer, I gotta say this: everyone wants to feel happy about their purchase. You just dropped $300. You want to be happy with it. I've seen some shields that have some paint defects, and I guess people are like, well, it's still, I think when you're displaying it, you're not even going to see that. And they try to kind of gloss over it. Again, it's very hard to have any buyer's remorse on stuff. I'm sure returns on this will be a nightmare. Uh, 2 out of 3 reviews I saw, they had to kind of like, look at these paint defects. One was like a dribble on the blue, which didn't look that good. And the other one was like crusting on the red. So, and then the third, he didn't have any defects. And, you know, I was watching the video closely, and he seemed to have the best. It's a gamble, you know. I mean, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit. I'm rolling the dice right now. You're rolling the dice with me. Let's take this out. All right. It's in the box. Very snugly in there. All right. Here it comes. It's kind of very wedged in that box, and here we have it. Okay, it's very big. I am about 6'1", 6'2", running a lean mean 250 at the moment. So, okay, there's, I'm not even getting this all in frame, but Captain America 75th Anniversary Shield. Okay, back it up a bit. Box. Box. Okay. And again, it looks silver. Let's hope when we open the box it looks silver. All right. So a bunch of writing on that. I'm sure you can look elsewhere online and find that. We don't want to belabor the point and have a 2-hour video. All right. So I see here there's a tab. Tab to open it up. Okay. Let's see here. Up tape. You know, I mean, not that I'd buy it with a resale in mind, but I have been actually having to sell some stuff off on eBay to make room for items such as this. And if you can keep the box in good shape, if you do have to at some point pare down the collection and something doesn't make the cut, it's good to have these things in the box in good shape. Okay. Foam kind of holds it in place. Upon looking at some other reviews, they said this was heavy. And yeah, it has a nice weight to it. I will say that. Okay, so now we have the foam, and we have this paper here. It's going to hold it in place. It's taped. Again, I'll try to be a little careful just in case it has to make its way somewhere else in the future. Not that I had plans for that. I'm sure there are quite a few things that I'll have to the grave. All right. So we got the paper here. And out it comes. All right. Let's move the box so we can get into looking at this thing. All right. My first course of action is to look for these paint defects that I saw. Okay. Okay. I have to say, it looks like I lucked out here. Because, again, right in the blue, some guy had like a dribble of paint. And that would have kind of, you know, made me a little unhappy. This red, I saw someone had like a, kind of bled into the, it's a little sloppy. It bled into the gray or silver, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's the thing, okay? And I did look at the one at Toys R Us. That gray looked plastic, okay? And, well, I mean, the whole shield looked plastic a little bit. It's fine to display. It's great. But, you know, us, I guess, collectible connoisseurs, as many of you are on the web, might want something a little step up. And this is definitely, again, having seen both, this is a bit of a step up. I'm not in a bright light, and the gray does look silver. Okay, if I had a brighter light on it, let's adjust the lamp here. You can see that there's a lot of shine on this. Let me kill that light there. A lot of shine on this. Okay, and also with the back, a lot of shine, and we have these adjustable leather straps so that you can, I guess, wield it properly. Let's see. But as I said, what my biggest concern here was going to be this paint job. And again, lucked out where that is concerned. And it is quite an impressive piece. You can see that there's a lot on the star. Again, my other Captain America shield, I don't remember the brand, Factory X or something maybe. You know, it has a red, white, and blue. You know, white, not silver, white. And the star is, you know, a regular star without any carving in it like this has. This is, again, movie accurate. And as you can see, again, by my size and the size of the shield, this is a good size shield with some good weight to it. All right, let's try out the straps. Now, one hand free here. Okay, so without really adjusting it, I could make a little adjustment probably, but can't get back far enough. Let's see. You can see here. If I get over here. Oh, there we go. You can see here that I can hold the shield with the straps. Then I have my other hand here, so I'm not holding it with two hands. I have to say, yeah, very impressed with this item. As I said, a lot of shine to it. The silver does come across as silver rather than a white. You know, of note, I guess, is the fact that, and again, we have this nice detailing. You have the rivets and everything, and the leather straps to hold the shield. Of note is the fact that my other shield, the red, white, and blue one, did come with a mount for the wall. Okay, so if your plan is to mount this on a wall, you might have to get a little creative because, you know, if you hang it like this and get a wire and hang it, okay, let's look at that right there. This isn't going to be lined up right. I mean, if you want it, you know, we have to turn it a bit for the star. And if you have it like that, where the star is lined up right for display, you can see that the straps are not. I guess, you know, if you put the wire through and then you just adjust it and maybe like it's off center from the nail in the wall to the wire, I think you should still be able to display it like that. I'm not going to put it in the same room as the comic accurate shield. I don't know if I will even mount it on a wall. I do have the movie Thor hammer from one of the companies, and I may look into trying to double them up and put a display together with that. I know they have an Iron Man helmet that's metallic with some, I guess, some light up features or something. I do not need a complete Avengers display. I do not need the Iron Man helmet. I like Iron Man, of course. Thor and Captain America, I like a bit more. So I had to get those. And this, I'll go on record as rating it 5 out of 5 stars. Again, paint dribble would have taken a star off it for me with a 4 star out of 5. But being that I lucked out with a good one, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Maybe a 4.5 if you're the type that wants to hang it on the wall and you're a little disappointed that there is no wall mount for it. But like I said, very impressed with this shield. I guess it should be noted that there is a, let me see if I can even get this on the, like a beveled edge to it. So, I don't know if anyone thinks that Captain America's shield, should just come to a point without a beveled edge. I just saw that mentioned on another review, so I'm mentioning it here as well for all you frontliners. That is no concern of mine whatsoever. I mean, I guess a sharp edge would be a little harder to handle. And let me get the edge over here. A little harder to handle, like a sharp edge or something. But again, it's nothing that I would have any reservations about. So that will do it for our unboxing of the Captain America shield. And keep coming back to Comic Frontline for all your comics news, reviews, and entertainment. Also, check out my own channel, Argo Comics. That's ARGO Comics. And my website, argocomics.com. Talk to you all a little bit later.